Good morning. Happy Thursday, everyone. We are back here at Aura 7 Activer for our 10 a.m. every weekday yoga session. My name is Francesca and I'm going to be your guide this morning. We're going to go through a yummy little flow. This morning we're going to focus on our hamstrings. So I would like you guys to grab either a strap. Hi, good morning, everyone. Either grab a strap or grab a towel or something where you can use as a strap. That would be wonderful. Towel, shirt, a regular yoga strap would absolutely make it. And when you're ready, we're gonna get going, settle down onto our backs. Starting onto our backs, you're simply laying down onto your mat and bring your soles of the feet together. You're gonna let your knees to fall out to the side. And you have several choices with your hands. You can turn the palms up to the ceiling. Bring the shoulder blades closer together onto your back. Find a nice little lift in your heart. You can also bring the arms up and overhead, grabbing onto opposite elbows, from the chin to the chest. Or you can place the left palm onto your heart and your right palm onto your belly. Then close your eyes and soften the eyelids. Soften your eyes. Soften the muscles around the face, your jaw. Soften your teeth. Allow your tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth. And as you shift your focus over to your breath, start to build a connection with your body. Scanning through the whole body from toes to the crown of the head to your fingertips. Start to feel the connection with yourself. With the whole body. Almost like feeling the body from the inside. Slowing down the breath, taking slow, deep inhales through the nose. And gentle, slow exhales out through the nose. Try to make the inhales and the exhales equally long. See if you can start to create an oceanic sound in the back of the throat. Almost an AJAA sound in the back of the throat as you pull the air in through the nose, through the nostrils. And the same oceanic sound as you exhale through the nose, creating that vibration at the back of the throat. Start to create that heat, that tapas in the body. And gently blink the eyes open, bring the legs together, bring the knees together and pull the knees onto your chest. Gentle little squeeze. Maybe wrap the forearms around the shins, grab opposite forearms or opposite elbows, and then lift the forehead up to your knees, squeeze everything in. And then keep the shoulder blades lifted, reach the arms forward, like you tucking into this small little ball, and then guide your knees all the way over the hips. Your shoulder blades are lifted, your fingers are reaching forward, your knees are right over the hips. Then slowly extend the right leg forward. As you exhale, bring the right knee back and extend the left leg forward. Keep the belly in. Keep the shoulder blades lifted. Back of the neck is nice and long. Exhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Then keep your right leg forward. Send the left leg to meet the right. Point the toes. Lift the shoulder blades a little higher. Hold it here in your low boat pose. Pull the right knee back, interlock the hands, release the index finger, cross your thumbs, and extend out to the outside of the right leg. Hold it there. Or maybe extend the right leg all the way to the ceiling and reach a little higher out to the right ankle. Slow, steady breath in and out through the nose still. Rebend your right knee. Extend the right leg, come on back into your low boat pose. Then bend your left leg, interlock the hands, release the index finger, cross your thumbs. Exhale, crunch up to your left knee. Hold it here, maybe crunch a little higher, or maybe extend the left leg and reach the left fingertips all the way to the outside of the left leg and hold it here. Can you still soften the muscles around the face? Can you still focus on your steady breath? Rebend your left leg, extend the left leg, release the arms, hold it here on your low boat pose. Deep inhale, exhale, release it down, hug the knees onto your chest. Good job. Come into a gentle happy baby. Grab just behind the knees and pull the knees to the outside, into the shoulder socket. Avoid the rib cage. Then see if you can
push the lower back down to the mat, but still keeping the ankles right over the knee line. Good. Then release the left foot down to the mat. Keep the right leg into the half happy baby pose, pulling the right knee into the right shoulder socket. Now maybe extend the left leg all the way forward. You keep pulling the right knee into that shoulder socket, not onto the chest, but out to the side. Feel a nice pinching sensation in that hip flexor. Good job. Then rebend your left leg, switching out to the other side. You're going to get into the half happy baby on the left side. Pull the left knee into the left shoulder socket, keeping the sole of the right foot down to the mat first. Then slowly extend the right leg forward, keep the right leg active. Push the back of the right knee down to the mat, tuck the chin to the chest and pull the left leg out to the left knee out into the shoulder socket. You're going to come back to center, happy baby. This time you're going to reach from the inside of the knees and grabbing the outer arches of the feet. Still focusing on elongating through the spine, keeping the whole back down onto the earth. Deep, slow inhale and exhale, let it out. Release. Now we're going to grab our strap, stay down onto your mat. The sole of the left foot stays down onto the mat. Your right leg goes to the ceiling. Then you're wrapping the strap around the right leg, flexing the right foot. Pull the right shin closer to the face. Soften the right knee. When I see with each and every inhale, can you create more length through the right leg? And then with each and every exhale, can you soften the right leg and then maybe gently pull it closer to your face. Then slowly extend the left leg forward. Keep the soft bend into the right knee as you pull the right shin closer to the face. Place the left hand onto your left hip. Push the left hip down and then gently guide your right heel out to the side, just slightly. It doesn't have to be an extreme opening. It doesn't have to go all the way down to the mat. I just want you to feel a nice opening in your right inner thigh, right inner groin area. But you're still flexing the right foot, reaching the right heel out to the side. And maybe throughout the next 3 breaths, you can lower the right leg a little bit closer to the mat, but keeping that left hip heavy onto the mat. Like the back of the left hip is glued down to the mat. It cannot even move. I'm going to then come back to center. Keep the right leg straight. Grab the strap with the left hand and start to guide your right leg out to the side. Just gently bring it out to the side. Bring the right arm out to the side, to the right side. Turn the right palm to the ceiling and gaze over the right fingers. Now can you slowly guide your right foot up higher towards the left shoulder? So as you pull it a little higher up towards the shoulder, you're going to feel a deeper stretch throughout the outside of the right leg, your IT band, your hip flexor, your hips going to stretch out here. Or your hamstring as well. Good job. Guide it back to center. Grab the straps in both hands. Lift up the forehead all the way to your right knee. Pull the forehead and knee all the way to touch. Crunch it up. And then slowly start to release the back of the head down to the mat. And then see if you can pull the right shin just a little bit closer to your face. Find a full stretch here. Good, release. Sole of the right foot comes down to the mat. Lift the left leg up. Grab the strap. Place it around the left foot. Keep a soft bend into the left knee as you gently start to guide your left shin closer to the face. Now remember, through each and every inhale, you're going to lengthen through the left leg. Each and every exhale, you're going to soften the left leg closer to the face. Then gently guide your right heel forward, keeping the right leg active. Flex the right foot. Your right toes are pointing straight up to the ceiling. Deep inhale, soften the left shin closer to the face. Place your right hand onto your hip. Press it down firmly to the earth and slowly start to guide your left leg out to the side. And again, don't go right away into your deepest variation. Constantly checking with the right hip. Maybe make sure it's rooting down to the earth, like your back of the right hip is glued down to the mat. You're flexing the left foot actively. You're guiding the left leg out with the energy of the left heel. And then maybe you're going to slowly soften the left leg closer to the mat, but keeping the right hip down to the earth. Good, then come back to center. Soft left knee. Grab the strap with the right hand. Place the left hand out to the side. And then slowly start to guide your left leg out to the side. Alright, move away from the wall. Now first just let it go out to the side, exactly where it feels like the most sort of comfortable, but you still can nicely twist in your torso. Then slowly and mindfully start to pull that left foot up closer to the right shoulder. So then you're going to start to feel the intensity of this stretch, feeling your IT bend and the outer hip stretching out nicely. Deep inhale, soften the muscles around the face, exhale. Guide your left leg back to center, soft bend into the left leg, grab the strap in both hands, lift the forehead up to your left shin, left knee, glue them together. Now lift it a little higher, crunch it all the way up, then slowly start to release the back of the skull down to the mat as you pull that left leg closer to your face. But instead of forcing, can you soften the left shin closer to your face? Deep inhale, exhale, let it out, nice job. Hug the knees into your chest, give yourself a squeeze, a hug, and rock and roll back and forth onto your mat. Come on into a seated position onto your mats. Bring your right leg out into a 45-degree angle and bring the sole of the left foot into the right inner thigh. Press the left knee away from the body and find a nice long spine. Now feel both sit bones rooting down straight to the mat. Then grab your strap or shirt or towel and then wrap it around the right foot. Flex the right foot. Now here our goal is not that you want to put the chest onto the thigh. You want to lengthen out from your lower back. So just keep bending the elbows, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Lengthen out from your lower back as you gently pull the belly towards the spine, towards the thigh, not the spine. The belly towards your thigh, your right thigh. Deep inhale, exhale, slowly come on down. Deep inhale, exhale, maybe go a little bit deeper. Soft gaze, soft face, soft breath. Good, then come back to center and switch it to the other side. Left leg out, sole of the right foot comes into the left inner thigh. Grab the strap around the left foot. Now, soften the right knee down to the earth. Turn your chest over the left leg. Squeeze the shoulder blades together onto your back. And then slowly with a flat spine, start to bend the elbows. But feel how you're leading with your sternum. Now, your sternum wants to reach towards your big toe. Bending those elbows gently with a flat spine. Pulling yourself just a little closer, feeling a nice stretch. Deep inhale, exhale, go a little deeper. And then rise back up, bring the feet together, soles of the feet together, the feet together, big toes together, the heels to touch, and then wrap the strap around the feet. Inhale, lift up the chest, flex your feet. So as we have the strap around the foot, we tend to turn the inner arch inward. See if you can push the big toe mounts forward as much as the pinky toe mounts. Pull the belly in, and then slowly start to pull yourself closer. So it doesn't matter if you pause right here. I don't want you to go all the way down this time. What I want you to do is to focus onto that long spine. Feel how much you need to engage your core to support your lower spine and keep it nice and strong. Deep inhale, exhale just a little bit deeper. One more time, deep inhale, exhale just a little bit deeper. Then release the strap. And come on onto your hands and knees. All fours. Spread the fingers, press down through all 10 knuckles, knees down onto the mat. Go through a cat and cow, lift the gaze, drop the belly. Exhale, round it up. Gaze back to your knee wall. And come back to neutral tabletop position. So we're going to practice keeping the spine long. We're going to start with an arm. Lift the left palm up and away from the mat. Try to bring the left bicep to your ear, but if it doesn't go all the way up, that's totally fine. What I want you to do is soften the left inner shoulder away from the left ear. Turn the left thumb towards the ceiling, and then start to feel how much effort you need to create in your core to keep that left arm lifted and not to sink into your right shoulder, right wrist. Then, keeping the core engaged, slowly stretch your right leg back. So your right foot is still down to the right, toes are still down onto the mat. Find that nice long line from the right heel all the way to the left pinky. Then slowly, without dropping the belly, start to lift the right leg just 2 inches away from the mat. Just 2 inches away from the mat. Not all the way up. Now lift up from the right shoulder, pull the belly in, engage your belly, make that nice long spine, and maybe lift the right leg a little bit higher, but try not to drop the belly down to the mat. Keep everything nicely lifted. Keep the front ribs lifted. Lift up from the right shoulder. Deep inhale. Exhale, release it down. Hands come down to the neck, knee come down to the mat. Other side, starting with the hand. Starting with the right arm lifts up and away from the mat. So the first thing wants to happen here, then you sink into the left shoulder. Getting comfortable, right? Don't get comfortable. Lift up from the left wrist, lift up from the left shoulder. And then try to bring the right bicep closer to your ear, but still soften the right inner shoulder away from the ear. Pull the belly in, Lift the front ribs up away from the mat. Then just bring the left foot back behind you, tuck the left toes under. Find that nice long line from the back heel all the way to the right pinky. Pulling the belly in, keeping the belly engaged. Lift the left leg just 2 inches away from the mat. Pull the belly in. Feel that energy in your core to lengthen out from your lower back. And maybe lift the left leg a little higher without dropping the belly down to the earth, without dropping the front ribs down, without sinking into the left shoulder. So much to consider. Deep inhale. Then slowly come on down onto your mat as you exhale. Bring the hands a little more forward. Spread the fingers. Grab the tricep muscles down to the earth. Tuck your toes under and lift your hips high. Downward facing dog. Start with pedaling out your feet. Bending the right knee, releasing the left heel down to the mat. Do that a couple times, gazing back to your toes. Pull the belly in. Lengthen out from your lower spine. Now find stillness in your downward facing dog. Start with the foundation. Spread the fingers wide. Press down into all 10 knuckles. So feel not just the pinky knuckle, feel always the index finger knuckle, the thumb knuckle pressing down to the mat equally. Then lift up from the wrist joint. Wrap the tricep muscles down towards the earth and spin your biceps up towards the ceiling. Create space for your neck. Lift the chest away from the mat. Pull the belly in. Pull the ribs away from the mat. And then even if you have to keep a soft bend into your knees, see if you can lengthen out through the spine even more. So make sure the length of the spine is more important than the straightness of the legs. Then slowly keeping the spine straight, can you soften the backs of the legs towards the back of the mat? Softening the heels down to the earth without losing the length of the spine. You may have to keep a bend into the knees the whole time. Then come on high into your tippy toes. Exhale, come on into a bear pose. Bend the knees, hover the hips over the heels, and push the earth away with the palms, maybe bend gaze forward. Inhale, lift the hips high. Exhale, release the heels down. And come on high onto your tippy toes again. Roll the heels all the way to the back right corner of the mat. And stretch out your Achilles, the backs of the calves, the backs of the legs, keeping the hips at center, pressing down through both palms equally. Come back to center, nice and high onto your tippy toes as you roll all the way to the left side. Melt the heels down to the back left corner of the mat. Good job. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Release the heels down. Walk your hands just a little closer to your feet and reach your right hand back to the outside of the left leg. So at first, your right hand knee goes all the way up to your right knee. But maybe throughout a couple next breaths, you can pull your upper body so close to your lower body that eventually your right hand is down onto the ankle. You're still going to start to bend your right elbow and gaze underneath the left armpit. And then come back to center, right hand down. Reach your left arm to the outside of the right leg. Maybe goes up first at your knee, and then slowly throughout the next couple breaths, you're going to release the left fingers more to the outside of the right ankle and bend your left elbow more. Start to gaze underneath the right armpit. Release the left hand down to the earth. Come back into Ragdoll Uttanasana. Separate your feet mat distance apart. So make your feet still parallel, but make your feet mat distance apart. Toes forward, heels hiding behind the toes. Come all the way forward. Softening the knees, shifting the body weight a little closer into your toe mounts. Shift the body weight to the left, slowly to the right. And come back to center, just let the crown of the head to melt down to the earth. Bring your hands behind your lower back, interlock the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades down, lift the fist to the ceiling, open through the chest. Release the hands down to the earth, walk your hands over to the right ankle, wrap your forearms behind the right calf, and pull your forehead to your right shin. Walk back to center all the way to the left. Grab your left ankle, forearms behind the left calf, forehead comes to the shin. And back to center. Bring your left fingertips down to the mat, right underneath your nose, bend your left leg and reach the right arm high to the scalp. Bring your right fingers align with the right shoulder. Then lengthen out from your lower back. Reach the crown of the head forward, the tailbone back. Release the right hand down. Twist to the other side. Right hand down, left arm high to the sky. Now reach the crown of the head forward, pull the belly in. Your left finger is the extension of your left shoulder. Deep inhale. Exhale, twist. Release the hands down to the mat. Turn the toes out, squat down into Malasana, dropping the sit bones down to the earth. Bring the hands to your heart. Push the elbows to your inner knee. Lengthen through the spine. Slow, deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Hands down to the mat. Toe heel your feet back together all the way. Big toes to touch, heels to touch. Slide your palms up onto the shin bone and reach the crown of the head forward. Now instead of pushing the hands into the shin bone, can you soften the knees and push the shin bones into the palms to reach your crown of the head even more forward? Yes, your core has to be on fire. Squeeze the shoulder blades, deep inhale. Find a tiny hint of a back bend here. And exhale, fold all the way forward. Bring your forehead down to your shins and maybe wrap the forearms behind the calves as you pull your chest closer to your thighs, your forehead down to your shins. And maybe softening the knees or maybe slowly start to lift the hips a little higher, stacking the hips on top of the heels. Good, slowly release. Inhale, come back into a halfway lift, flat spine. And exhale, fold forward. Place your hands onto your outer hips. And with a flat spine, rise up all the way to stand. Mountain pose Tadasana. Inhale, lift up the arms all the way to the sky. Find a nice back bend. Go push the arms, lift up your heart. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana, rise up, lift up. Bring your hands back to your heart, Samasthiti. Inhale, deep breath, lift the arms up, belly strong. Find a back bend as you exhale, go pose the arms. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Good, we're gonna stay here in Uttanasana. Now, you're gonna bring your feet together, they are already together probably. You're gonna lift up your heels and you're gonna cup your heels from behind. Your pinky fingers go together, your thumbs are to the outside of the heels. Now you're gonna try to wrap the forearms behind your calves, even if you have to sit down. You see I'm sitting down all the way, my hips are aligned with the knees. Try to squeeze those forearms together, then slowly start to straighten out to the legs. And you may gonna stay right here today. Let the crown of the head to fall down to the mat, bring the forehead close to the shins, and slowly throughout the next couple of breaths, lift the hips even higher, lift the hips even higher. Use the energy of the arms to really pull the forearms together, lengthen through the spine, and then feel with this beautiful stretch, you're separating those vertebrae gently away from each other, lengthening through the spine, through the back of the neck, keep pulling onto those heels, shifting the body weight forward into the toe mounts, bring the forehead to the shins, slowly straightening out through those legs, lifting the hips even higher, and release. Nice job. So heel your feet mat distance apart, or hip distance apart, and then walk your hands out into a high plank position, top of a push-up. Bring your shoulders over the wrist, your feet are hip distance apart, your hands are shoulder distance apart. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale, hold it here. Deep inhale through the nose, pull the belly in, legs are strong, exhale, hold it here. Then come forward into your tippy toes, lower down into your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Find a nice back bend. Modify if you need that, maybe a cobra pose. And exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg halfway up. Reach your right toes back, your right heel back behind you. And your right toes pointing straight down to the mat. Keeping the right leg as straight as you can. Push it back behind you, like there's a wall behind you, and trying to push the right heel into that wall, creating a hole. Exhale, pull the right knee to your nose, round through the upper spine. Inhale, your right leg high. This time, point the right toe, lift it nice and high. Find a down dog split. Come on high onto your left tippy toes. Lift the left heel away from the mat. And then see if like that, you can lift the right leg even higher. Then engage your right glute. Keep the right leg straight. And then slowly just melt the left heel down to the mat. Ooh, feeling that stretch in the back of the left leg. Good job. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose, round through the upper spine. Step the right leg forward, drop the back knee down. Point the back toes, the left toes back. Place the hands onto your right knee. Inhale, reach the arms up. Deep inhale. Exhale, drop down deeper. Deep inhale. Sink the hips a little deeper. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Bring the hands behind your back. Interlock the hands, lift up the chest. And exhale, find a baby back bend here. Good, lift up the arms. And then release the left hand down to the mat. Reach your right arm back behind you. Bend your left leg, reach back for your foot or ankle. Kick into your palm, roll the right shoulder back. Feel the stretch in your left thigh muscle. Deep inhale. Kick a little bit more. Exhale. Good. Come back to center. Straighten out through the front leg. Shift the body weight back. Flex the right foot. Pull the right thigh back into its socket. Deep, slow inhale through the nose. Now exhale, slowly bending the elbows. You can always use 2 blocks to frame the right shin bone. But try to maintain that long spine, especially your lower back wants to round. Can you pull it more forward with the sternum? And then gently pull your chest closer to your right thigh as you keep the activation in the right foot. Actively flex the right foot to the face. Deep inhale and exhale. Good job. Come on forward. Shift the body weight forward. Lift up your back knee. Tuck the back toes under. Then turn the back foot down for your warrior one. Seal your back heel down. And inhale, lift up the arms. Warrior one. Virabhadrasana one. Adjust your hips. Pull the right hip back. Turn the left toes forward. And guide your left hip forward. Lift the left inner knee away from the mat as you lift up from the lower back. Pull the belly in and maybe drop the right thigh a little deeper, but keep feeling the connection with the back foot, with the back heel. Deep inhale. Exhale, arms back behind you. Fly the arms back behind you. Reach the chest forward. Pull the right hip back. Lengthen through the neck. Feel the stretch throughout the back leg, your calf onto the back leg. Deep inhale. Hold it here as you exhale. Inhale, lift up the arms, bring the hands to your hips, straighten out through the front leg, and then step the back foot in so your feet are closer together, come into pyramid pose. Your right toes pointing still forward, the left toes are in an angle, your hips facing forward. Grab opposite elbows behind your back. Inhale, lift up the chest. Exhale, come down halfway. Pull the right hip back. Keep the right leg nice and straight. Lengthen out through the chest, lengthen out through the neck. Slow inhale, lift the hips high, especially the right hip wants to drop down. Push down through the back heel and slowly bring the forehead down to your right shin. You'll feel that stretch throughout the front leg as you lengthen out over your front leg. Maybe squeeze the shoulder blades together a little bit more, activate the back muscles. Then interlock the hands behind your back, lift the fist to the ceiling, open through the chest, and see if you can go just a little deeper into this posture. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale it out. Release the hands down to the mat. Forward fold over your right leg. Keep pulling the hip up and back behind you. Bring the hands down to the mat. Shift the body weight forward. Lift the left leg up. Come into a half split pose. First, square your hips. Left toes are pointing straight back behind you. You're going to walk your hands closer to your right foot and then maybe bring the right hand behind the right calf. And as you slowly bring the forehead down, maybe lift the left leg high to the sky. Then point the left toe and lift it as high as you can, open through the hips. Now let's try this. We all going to bend the top leg. Bend the left knee, bring the left heel to the left glute. Now see if you can lift the left knee a little higher. Pull the forehead all the way down to the right shin. Then keeping the left glute engaged, see if you can extend the left leg all the way to the ceiling, maybe get a little bit deeper into this posture. Then exhale, fold forward at the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up your heart, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Good, now we're going to grab onto our right big toe. Left hand is on your hip. Then see if you can rise up, bring the right leg all the way up. Alright, that was just a little playtime. We're going to grab our straps here. Alright, so you're going to do the same standing big toe pose, but with a strap today, alright? So lift up the right leg, wrap the strap around the right foot, bring the left hand onto your left hip, make your left leg nice and strong. You're holding the strap in the inside of the right knee, and then slowly you're going to kick the right leg in front of you. Pull the right thigh back into its socket as you keep the left leg strong and straight. Lift up the chest, balance the crown of the head over the left heel. Slow, deep inhale. Keeping the left hand onto your left hip. Slowly guide your right leg out to the side. But try not to lift the right leg higher or instead the right hip higher. Keeping the hips level, bringing your right leg out to the side. Flexing the right foot. Remember the same feeling as we did down onto the mat. The head our left hand onto our left hip as a stand bag so the left hip cannot move. Otherwise, it's gonna look like this, like a weird position, opening the hips without the right alignment. So just slowly guide it out to the side. Deep inhale. Bring it back to center, relax, release the strap, reach the right leg forward, lift up the arms, deep inhale. Exhale, slowly come on back down, stand at the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, fold forward, come down, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down to the mat. Step back, high plank. Lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Inhale, your left leg halfway up. Feet at the wall. Point the left toes down. Level out through the hips. Point the left toes all the way down to the mat. Reach back through the left heel. Feel that energy lifting up. Your left glute is engaged. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose. Round through the upper spine. Activate the core as you pull the knee close to your chest. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. Pointer toe lifted nice and high. Now come on high into your right tippy toes. Lift the right heel away from the mat. Engage your left glute and lift the left leg even higher. Then slowly, keeping the left leg this high, soften the right heel down to the earth and feel that stretch in your right calf and hamstring. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose. One more time just for a breath. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. Exhale, step it all the way through, low lunge. Drop the right knee down to the mat. Point the right toes back. Bring your hands onto your left knee. Soften the hips down to the mat. Inhale, reach the arms all the way to the sky. Lengthen out from your lower back. Square your hips forward. Turn the right hip forward. Pull the left hip back. Soften the hips down to the mat. Pull the belly and reach the energy up to the ceiling. Interlock the hands behind your back. Place the opposite index finger on top. Lift up your chest. Then exhale, find a baby back bend. Lift up from your waistline. Keep the belly engaged. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, right palm down. Bring your left arm back behind you. Bend your right leg. Grab your foot or ankle. Then kick into your left palm. Open to the left shoulder. As you feel the stretch in your right thigh muscle. Good, come back to center. Half split pose. Shift the body weight back. Frame your left shin or maybe grabbing those blocks. As I mentioned on the other side, I'm going to show it on this side. Any height with the blocks. Flex your left foot. Pull the left thigh back into its socket. Deep inhale. With a flat spine, especially your lower back has to stay long. Bend the elbows, come down just halfway. Deep inhale. And exhale. Release. Shift the body weight forward, rebend the left leg. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back heel up. Then turn the back heel down. Get ready for your warrior one. Seal your back heel down. Engage your back leg, your right leg. Pull the left hip back and with your strong core, lift up your torso, lift up your upper body. Pull the left hip back, turn the right hip forward. Lift up from the waistline. Reach the energy to the ceiling. As with every exhale, see if you can soften the right hip more forward and pull the left hip more back as you keep that right leg strong and straight. Deep inhale. Sit down a little deeper as you exhale. Bring the arms by your side, reach the chest forward. Pull the left hip back, re-engage your back leg. Press the outer arch of the right foot down, lengthen through the neck. Deep inhale, hold it here as you exhale. Maybe go a little bit deeper, bending the front leg a little bit more. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, hands onto your hips. Straighten out through the front leg, step the back foot in. Pyramid pose. Bring the hands behind your back, grab on opposite elbows. Lift up your left kneecap. Engage the muscles onto your back. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, slowly come down. Just halfway. Tuck the chin to the chest a little more. So you're lengthening through the back of the neck. Pull the left hip back and root down through the back heel. Deep inhale. Exhale. Lengthen all the way over your left leg. Bring the forehead down to your left shin. Squeeze the muscles onto your back. Lengthen out from your lower back. Lift the left hip higher. Root down to the right heel. Interlock the hands by placing the opposite weird index finger on top. Squeeze the shoulder blades and lift up your fist as you start to bring your forehead even closer to your shin. Bring the hands down to the mat, coming into a nice little gentle forward fold. Shift the body weight forward, bend your left leg, standing split. First, just square your hips down towards the mat. So your right toes are still pointing down to the earth. And you're gonna start to walk your left hand closer to the left ankle. Now point the right foot, right toes behind you, and then start to open the hip and lift the right leg higher. Then bend your right knee and bring the right heel to your right glute. See if you can lift the right knee higher, bring the right heel closer to your glute. Keep the engagement in the right leg. Now slowly start to just stretch the right toes all the way up to the ceiling. Open up. Deep inhale. Exhale, come on down. Forward fold at the top of the mat. Let the crown of the head drop down. Alright, we're gonna play with that again. Grab onto your left big toe. Place the right hand onto your right hip. Shift the body weight to the right foot. And then see if you can lift up the left leg all the way, coming up into that one big toe pose. Alright, but let's grab the strap and do it right. You're gonna grab the left foot. Bring the strap around the left foot from the inside of the left knee. Then place the right hand onto your right hip. Root down through the right heel. Then slowly start to kick the left heel out. Adjust the strap. So maybe your strap is all the way here, but your spine is nice and long. The crown of the head is balancing over the right foot. Your right hand is onto your hip. Pulling the left thigh bone back into its socket. Focusing on the breath. Now slowly, without moving the hips, just gently guide the left leg out to the side. So how would it look like if you move the hips? Something like that, so the leg is nice and high. You want to keep the hips in one line. Just guide your left leg out to the side. Flex the left foot. Feel how your right side brain is balancing on top of the right heel. Deep inhale and exhale. Then gently guide your left leg back to center. Release the strap. Point the left toe, lift it high. Reach the arms to the ceiling. Hold here, 3 and 2 and 1. Release. Good job. Coming to a forward fold. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Grab onto your big toes. Lift up your chest as you inhale. And exhale, fold forward. Forehead comes in between the shins. As you push the elbows out to the side. Now we have the tendency of letting the shoulder blades drop down towards the head and hunching up like that. Can you lift the shoulder blades away from the ears, lengthen through the neck, and then push the elbows out to the side, really turn on the bicep muscles to pull your upper body closer to the lower body. Good, release. Toe heel, your feet together. Chair pose, Utkatasana, bend the knees, come down deep into your chair. Sit down deep, pull the belly in, deep inhale. Exhale, sit down even deeper. Deep inhale through the nose. Sit down a little bit deeper. Fly the arms back behind you. Interlock the hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades, the neck is long. Keep your bind as you exhale, fold forward. Bring the forehead down to your shins. Release the hands down to the mat. Toe heel your feet again. Hip distance apart. And then slide your hands underneath your feet. You want to slide the hands underneath the feet so much that your toes are touching your wrist crease. So you're really massaging the whole palm, you're really massaging your wrists. First, just shift the body weight a little forward, a little back. Play with your balance, putting a lot of pressure onto your palms. It's so good for your wrists to massage it out. Then slowly start to pull your upper body lower down to the mat. Pull the crown of the head down. And the same thing here. Can you lift the shoulder blades away from the ears, lengthen through the back of the neck, and instead use your strong bicep muscles to pull your upper body over your lower body as you push the elbows out to the side. Nice job. Slowly release. Release the hands from underneath the feet. Then slowly come on all the way down. Squat down onto your mat. Alright, you're going to come into a wide-legged seat here. Bring the legs out to the side. Turn the toes up. The knees up to the ceiling. Finding a little side stretch. Left arm reaches up and over. Push the left sit bone down. Then come to the other side. Left arm down. Right arm up and over. Good job. And come back to center. And walk your hands forward slightly. Again, you can use a block here. Any variation of the block. I'm going to show it from this side. So what you want to achieve is that your spine stays nice and long. If you're rounding over like that, it may serve you more to stay upright here. You're going to try to keep that lower back as long as possible, turning the toes to the ceiling and lengthening out from your lower back. Slow, deep inhale.
Maybe you want to go a little deeper with the block, or all the way down onto your forearms, or maybe your hands come down. Or you can use the block to place it all the way to the base of your seat and lengthen your torso over that block to reach it over. Deep inhale and exhale as you come down. Deep inhale, exhale it out. Good job. Slowly rise back up all the way. Now this time you're going to come back all the way back to standing position. We're going to come wide-legged stand. So bring your feet nice and wide onto your mat. Make your feet parallel. If you have any lower back issues, then maybe turn the toes inward slightly. Bring your hands onto your lower back. Squeeze the shoulder blades and the elbows closer together onto your back. Shift your body weight forward so your hips and your heels in one line, and they're going to stay in one line as you come forward, inching from the hips. Come on, just halfway. Now again, I'm going to show it from the side. The tendency is to push the hips back behind you. Can you shift the body weight more forward so the heels and the hips are in one line? Your core is on. Bring the arms out to the side. Reach the crown of the head forward. Bring your right hand down, left hand onto your lower back, sacrum twist. Then lift the left arm high to the sky. Your left fingers are the extension of the left shoulder. You turn on the tricep to twist a little bit deeper in your torso. Bring the arms back out to the side. Deep inhale. Exhale, left hand down, right arm comes high to the sky. First, place the right hand onto your lower back sacrum, fix that situation. Then reach the right arm back up. Right fingers align with the shoulder. Bring the arms out to the side, airplane. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Bring the heels of the hands align with the heels of the feet. Then try to melt the crown of the head down to the earth. Lift the shoulder blades away from the ears. So instead of letting the shoulders just to melt down to the mat, lift them away from the mat, lengthen to the back of the neck. Now if tripod headstand is in your practice, you like to practice that. You place the crown of the head down to the mat, hands down, and then slowly lift up the feet and bring them all the way up. I have a wall on my right side. While we find our way. Elbows are shoulder distance apart. Your head, the crown of the head is down right in the center. Your legs are strong. Then slowly split the legs and bring them down to the mat. Place the hands onto your hips and rise up all the way into standing position. Turn the toes out, the heels in, from the forward, yes. Toes out, heels in, hands up to the ceiling, inhale. Bring the hands at your heart. Bend your knees, come down. Goddess pose. From the tailbone under. Send your knees towards the second toenail. So sit down nice and deep in this pose. Then inhale, reach the arms up. Pull the belly in and sit down an inch deeper. Slow inhale through the nose. Soften the muscles around the face as you exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale, rise back up. Turn the right toes forward. Turn the back toes in. Come into triangle pose. Pull the right hip back, reach the right arm forward. Place your right hand onto your right shin, left arm high to the sky. Deep inhale through the nose. Maybe slide your right hand a little bit deeper. Maybe because it's going to come down all the way to the floor, possibly to the outside of the right foot. And you're stacking the left fingers on top of the right shoulder. Deep inhale. Twist your chest as you exhale. And then slowly rise back up. Turn to the other side. Turn the left toe on the right toes in. You turn the left toes all the way forward. So your right toes are turned inward. Your left toes are facing straight forward. Pull the left hip back. Reach the left arm forward. Left arm down. Right arm high to the sky. Length from your lower back. Pulling the belly in. Deep inhale. Maybe slowly sliding the left fingers further down. Deep inhale. Go a little bit deeper as you exhale. Good job, and rise back up. You're going to turn back again. Pivot your feet towards the front of the mat. Now we're going to come up into Ardha half moon pose. Place the right fingertips, the foot in front of the right pinky toe. Place your left hand onto your left hip. Bend your right knee and slowly start to lift the left leg up and away from the mat. Open. Right toes are pointing forward. Then maybe lift the left arm high to the sky. You can gaze down into your mat if that serves you better. If you want to challenge your balance today, you're going to start to bring your gaze up to the ceiling. If
If you want, you can bend your top leg. Usually have to bring my gaze down to the mat in order to find my balance here. Bend your back leg, the top leg, the left leg. And then capture the foot or ankle, that's your Savasana. Release the foot, slowly rise back up. Release the left foot down to the mat, rise up. Then turn the legs all the way around to the left side. Your left toes gonna point forward. You're gonna come to Ardha Chandrasana on the left side. Bend your left leg. Place the left fingertips, the foot in front of the left pinky toe. Then lift the right leg up and away from the mat. Flex your right foot. Keep the energy in the right leg. If I would place a little marble on your right ankle, it would float all the way down to the crown of the head. So I know for me, it's like I'm always lifting the head too high here. So you have to feel your neck is the extension of your spine to drop it all the way down. So it's really the extension of the spine. And maybe find that back leg. Reach back for your foot or ankle for the Savasana variation if you like. Kick into the palm. Nice job. Slowly release without slingshotting, slowly with control. Then come on back up all the way. Back to center. Parallel your feet. Feet are parallel. Bring the hands behind your back. Inhale, lift up the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Hinge from the hips. Crown of the head down to the mat. Stretch your arms up and over. Good job. Slowly rise back up. Inhale. And we're going to come all the way back down to our mats. Alright, so we're going to do Dandana Janu Shirshasana, forehead to knee posture, as we started in our class. But this time we're going to go a little bit deeper. So you can start with the strap if you really like that version, to lengthen out from the spine and go forward. If you feel like you don't need the strap anymore, you stretched everything out nicely. And without the strap, like the hands behind your right foot, lengthen over your right leg. Then bring your forehead down to your right knee. Now bend your right knee as much as you need to create a connection between forehead and knee. Tuck the chin to the chest, create a throat lock. And then use the forehead to press the right knee further down to the mat. And lengthen through the spine. Good job, come on back up. Other side, left leg out to the side. Right knee comes into the left inner thigh. Turn over your left leg. Gently press the right knee down to the mat. Then either use the strap or just lengthen over the left leg. Bend your left knee. Bring the forehead down to your left knee. And then use your forehead to press the left knee down to the mat. Tuck the chin to the chest, creating that throat lock. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale. Good, then come back to center. Stretch both legs in front of you. Feet together. Again, you can use your strap. I love using the strap in my forward fold. That really helps with the lengthen out from the spine. And then I can bring my belly onto the thigh, so you can repeat that. If you want to go super deep and you know you're super bendy, then you can bring this a block behind the soles of the feet. Interlock the hands behind the block. And then slowly, as you pull the forehead down, walk your hips back. And then softening the knees down to the earth. 3 breaths wherever you are. Deep inhale through the nose. Soften what you can as you exhale. Beautiful job. Come on back up. Sit down onto your mat. Bend your knees, soles of the feet down onto the mat. Cross the right ankle on top of the left knee. Soften the right knee away from the body. Lift up the chest. Deep inhale. Feel the opening in that right hip as you exhale. Then straighten the left leg. Pull the right shin close to your face. You can bring both elbows underneath the shin like that and work on pulling the right shin closer to your chest, or you're wrapping the left and the right elbow around the foot and the knee and working on sit up nice and tall. Now we tend to forget about that bottom leg, that left leg. So see if you can straighten out with the back leg, the left leg, and flex the left foot, pulling the right shin to the face. Then grab your right leg, swing it over the right shoulder. It's going to end up in between the right shoulder and the right elbow. Then you're going to place the right hand down to the mat. With your left hand, you're going to grab onto your right foot, and gently you're going to start to kick into that right
into the left palm. So many limbs going on here. Then as you slowly start to breathe more length into the right leg, you may gonna be able to kick that right leg all the way to straight and gaze underneath the left armpit. But be mindful and be gentle. Your left leg is still active. Good job. Bring it back. Switch to the other side. Cross the left ankle on top of the right knee. Flex the left foot. Lift up your chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Soften the left knee away from your body. Deep, slow inhale through the nose. And exhale as you let it out. Good job. And straighten the right leg all the way forward. Grab your left shin. Wrap the forearms around the left shin. Or maybe wrap the right elbow and the left elbow around the knee and the foot. And work on lengthening out through the spine. Flex the right foot. Bottom leg is still active and strong. Deep inhale. And exhale. Softening around the left hip joint. Grab the left leg. Swing it around the left shoulder. Your left knee is in between the shoulder and the elbow. And you place the left foot down, I'm sorry, that's not your foot. The left palm down to the mat. And then with the right hand, you grab the outside of the left foot. I know, there's like too many foots and arms and like twisting and turning. Then you're gonna start to kick into that right palm with the left foot. And that could be absolutely perfectly enough for today. All right, my left leg is shaking a little bit, so I'm gonna be super mindful about stretching it all the way to straight. So through the next couple breaths, you maybe start to straighten the left leg a little bit more, and eventually, if you want, you could gaze underneath the right armpit if your left leg goes all the way to straight. Deep inhale and exhale. Good job. Slowly release. Soles of the feet down onto the mat. Arms forward, roll back all the way down to the mat. Pull the knees to your chest. Lift up the legs to the ceiling, then swing the legs up and overhead. If your toes are touching the mat, you can interlock the hands. Otherwise, place your hands onto your lower back to support the lower back, all right? So if you're here, your toes are not onto the mat, make sure you're supporting the lower back. If your toes are down onto the mat, you can work on straightening out through the legs. Again, creating more length through the backs of the legs. Interlock the hands. Deep inhale. And exhale. Slowly support the lower back. Release the back down to the mat. Lift up the legs. Bring the feet about hip distance apart. And keep the whole spine down onto the mat. As you keep in the whole spine, even the lower back, yes, the lower back down to the mat, start to pull the shins closer to the face. So that may just look like this. Nothing really fancy, but you would really feel that stretch into your lower back. So we do basically what we do in a seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. We just onto our backs. So in this version, we can focus onto the length of the back. As you're softening the knees or keeping the knees soft, you pull in the shins just a little closer to your face. Slow deep inhale and exhale. Good job. Straighten the left leg all the way forward. Press the back of the left knee down to the mat. Flex the left foot. Pull the right knee into the shoulder socket. Deep inhale. Point the right toe. Flex the left foot. And exhale. Assist the right leg over to the left. You can always place a block underneath the knee in a supine twist. Or if you know you're sensitive in your lower back, you don't have a block, you can stack two knees on top of each other. So bending the bottom knee, the left knee would be underneath the right knee. Deep inhale and exhale. And then come back to center. Hug both knees to your chest. Neutralize the spine. Right leg goes long, pressing the back of the right knee down to the mat. Pull the left knee into that shoulder socket. Point the left toe, flex the right foot. Deep inhale. Then as you exhale, supine twist. Bring the left leg over to the right, gaze over to the left. Then slowly and gently come back to center. Hug both knees onto your chest. Neutralize the spine. Give yourself a nice squeeze, a nice hug. Lift the forehead all the way up to your knees. Wrap everything into this tiny little energy ball. Take a deep inhale. Squeeze everything together. Then as you exhale, slowly release. Let it out. Let it go. Come down into your final Savasana. Turn the palms up to the ceiling. Feet are hip distance apart. Let your toes to fall out to the side.
Take a strong, deep, conscious inhale in through the nose. Fill up the whole body all the way to the top. Then open your mouth and let it out. Let it all go, softening everything down to the earth. Feeling how your shoulders are softening, the belly is soft. Your toes falling out to the side, your feet are relaxed. Your ankles are soft. Your shin bones are relaxed. Your kneecaps, your thighs. Relax your hips. Relax the muscles around the legs, your inner thigh, inner groin area. Relax your belly, the muscles around the belly. Relax your internal organs, your kidneys, your liver. Relax your lungs, your shoulders. Soften the arm bones, the muscles around the arm bones. Soften your wrists, your fingers, your palms. Relax your shoulders, the back of the neck, the space in between the shoulder blades. Relax the muscles around the face, your jaw, your teeth, your eyelids, the forehead. Soften the skin around the crown of the head. Feel the whole body relaxing. Feel the connection with every single inch of your body right here, right now. Take a soft breath in through the nose. And open your mouth as you soften, let it out, let it go. If you enjoy staying in your Savasana, I invite you to stay here as long as you like. Savasana is an amazing place to heal your body, heal your mind, to let go of the present, to practice being in the present moment. Create space. If you're ready to move forward, gently turn the hands from one side to the other. Moving the fingers, but without doing it with autopilot, just really feel every single movement. Circling out the wrists, the ankles, and reaching the arms all the way up and overhead, taking a full body stretch, reach, lengthen. Bending the knees, rolling over to your right side, fetal position. Gently press yourself up into a comfortable seat. Cross your legs, sit down, hands at your heart. Close your eyes for one more second, tuck the chin to the chest. Sitting here with gratitude, in front of your practice, in front of yourself, in front of your community. Gently lift the thumbs in between the eyebrows. Lift the gaze to the ceiling, blink your eyes open. Bow forward. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming today and practicing with us. It was a pleasure to guide you through your practice today. My name is Francesca, and I am the founder and creative director of Aura 7 Activewear, a sustainable activewear line, and we are right before our launch, coming up really, really soon. So please sign up to our email list at aura7activewear.com. Follow us on Instagram and just follow us and I'm gonna let you guys know what's happening. All right, after yoga I'm a little busy. All right, it was awesome to see you all. Hope you feel a little better in your hamstrings, and see you guys back tomorrow. Hi Crystal, how are you doing? Nice to see you all. Bye.